Hey everyone, welcome back. In tonight's episode, we're getting into the Penelope Estate Collection Private Select. I'm Tuck, and this is Bourbon Broke. So there are three different offerings in the Penelope Estate Collection annual releases. There's the Founder's Reserve, the Single Barrel, and what we're talking about tonight, the Private Select. Now this one does have an interesting mash bill. It's 74% corn, 20% rye, 5% malted barley, and 1% wheat. So we do have a 4-grain straight bourbon here. Comes in at 101.2 proof, and it has a 9-year age statement on it. The SRP on this is $79.99. And as far as a secondary, just the online retailers I checked before the episode, I saw it on there for anywhere between like $199 and $239. So the secondary is quite a bit more than the SRP on this one. So anyway, enough of that stuff. Let's get into it and see how it is. So like in most of the episodes, I have not tried this yet. Actually, I just picked up this bottle a few hours ago. Got home, poured it out in the Glencairn here, let it open up a little bit, and this is the first time I'm trying it. I've heard some pretty good things about this bottle, so let's see. Let's see how this nose is. The nose. Ooh, nice. This is just a classic bourbon. You get that caramel in there, that vanilla, that dark cherry. Just a slight hint of cinnamon on the nose on there. That's nice. It's like I said, it's a common nose with, good bourbons. It has that caramel, vanilla, cherry. It's very good, very inviting. Let's see how it is on the palate. Get on my palate. Glad I didn't spill that. Anyway, get on the palate. I should be editing this, but I'm not going to. I want to get it on the palate. That's nice. It has a nice little, spice right in that front end, especially for 101.2 proof. It is a number 4 char level on the barrel, and you can tell that that's coming through in there because you do get that oak, and I do loves me some oak. That's nice. Getting some like dark molasses in there. That caramel and vanilla is definitely coming through from the nose onto the palate. I'm getting just a hint of like a honey butterscotch there on the palate. This is non-chill filtered, and you can tell it has a nice viscosity, and that really coats the palate and the tongue really well. I like this. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. And for $79.99 SRP, if you can find it for that, that's well worth that. The finish has a nice long finish. I'm surprised how long that finish is, for only being 101.2 proof. This is a finish, the length of it that I would normally get on something that's like, 110, 115, upwards of, close to 120. It has a really, really nice long finish. And that oak really comes through on the finish as well. I'm still getting a little bit of that caramel vanilla on the back end, and what was like a little bit of a cinnamon on the nose at the beginning, I'm not really getting cinnamon on that finish, but it's turned more into a spice, almost like a baking spice, maybe like an allspice or something on that finish. I'm definitely tasting that oak on that finish as well. Wow. I'll tell you, if you can find this at SRP at $79.99, this is a buy, no question about it. For an annual release like this, and the estate collection for Penelope is like their higher end bourbons, and really at only $80, that's a buy. Generally, when someone comes out with like a special release annually, it's going to be quite a bit higher in there. I'm nowhere close to Cheers, so I'm not filling back up right now. Man, I love that sound. This drinks all of that 101.2. This is nice. Normally, I like just a little bit higher of a proof. I like getting up into that, 115 range generally. But this, for 101.2 is really, really good. I'm liking this a lot. Yeah, that, classic caramel, vanilla, cherry on the nose, that dark molasses on the palate, and still getting that, that caramel, vanilla, and that oak really coming through on that palate. Just a hint of that, like, I can't tell if it's a butterscotch or a honey. Maybe it's a mixture. Maybe they're tricking me. Yeah, then that finish, that oak on that finish, that spice on the back end, then just a little bit of that caramel, vanilla coming through on that finish. That's a long finish too. Wow, this is nice. I like this a lot. Again, for the price point, if you can find it out there, it's that $80 range or even a little bit more on there. I think this is maybe even worth upwards of 100, 110 maybe. I don't think I would go up to that secondary that I saw online from the online retailers, that $199 to $239 up there. I definitely would not go $200 on this. But for the SRP and a little bit above that, I think it's a good buy. As far as a rating on this, I might go just a little bit higher on this than normally would, just because of the price point. I think is a very, very good buy. I'm going to say an 8.1 on this one. I think it's a great price for what you're getting. Like I said, again, if you can find this at that SRP. So when you're out there looking, when you're on the hunt, if you come across this, it's at a good price. I wouldn't pass this one up. This is really, really good. It's a winner. Well, that's it for tonight's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell. It doesn't cost you a dime, and it truly does help me out. If you'd like to check out some Bourbon Broke stuff, just go to bourbonbroke.com. Check out everything on there. That's it for tonight. And remember, keep your friends close and your bourbon closer. Cheers. I like it.